Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, everyone. Anybody can help me to record with the telephone? And you record, because I forgot to bring my recorder. In case something wrong with this one. No, just record with the telephone. It's okay. Sorry, it's okay. I forgot. Okay, last week we talked about. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Last week we talked about Sotapanna, right? I would say that Sotapanna is the entrance to Nibbana, right? If someone attains someone becomes Sotapanna, and he is destined to attain full enlightenment at most within 7 lifetimes, right? 7 lifetimes. So today I want to explain 3 types of Sotapanna, just in brief, right? So if you want to know more about 3 types of Sotapanna, you can go to all these one. Comprehensive Manual of Abhidhamma, page number 359, Handbook of Abhidhamma Studies, volume 3, page number 394, right? Just in brief. Number 1, Satakatu Paramasotapanna. So the one who will be reborn 7 times at most, the human or celestial worlds. And after that, at the 7th lifetime, he or she will become Sotapanna, right? This is the most weakest, I would say, right? The most weakest Sotapanna. Because he still have a lot of defilements, strong defilements, right? So therefore, he is not able to cut all the defilements. It will take 7 lifetimes, right? Satakatu Parama. And second one is the Gola Sotapanna. And he will go to, he will take a rebirth in a good families from 2 life, 3 lifetime, or 4, 5, 6 times, right? So this is another type. This is the second class, right? So the last one is Eka Biji Sotapanna. He will take only 1 rebirth. Then after that, will become Arahant, right? So 3 type of Sotapanna. So the last one is how to say is less defilement, right? Less defilement. Because you know we have so much attachment to especially life, right? We have so much attachment to life. So we attach to human realm, we attach to celestial realm, right? Just like we saw a car, right? We saw a car, as you know, she Sotapanna, and she lived as a normal household life. And now she is a two-seater or downways, one of them, right? So she will take another river in higher celestial realm, another river like this, right? Because she has so much attachment to life. So like this. So these are 3 types of if you want to become Sotapanna, after somebody becomes Sotapanna, so they will have these 4 factors. So these are 4 factors of Sotapanna. So this is from Samyutta Nikaya. Number 1, possessing an unwavering confidence in the Buddhas. That's the blessed one is Arahant, Itipiso of Bhagavan, right? So we have the 9 qualities of the Buddha. So if you become Sotapanna, you will firmly believe in the Buddha. For that reason, the Sotapanna eradicate doubt, right? Vijikkeja. He doesn't have any doubt about the Buddha. Normally we have a lot of doubt, right? Because we are not Sotapanna. Sometimes we may have a doubt about the true teachings, right? It's natural. Because we are not Sotapanna, right? So if someone becomes Sotapanna, there's no doubt about the Buddha. The second one, no unwavering confidence in the Dhamma. And he has unwavering confidence in the Dhamma. So Dhamma is where it's founded. Like this, right? So we have a 6 quality of the Dhamma. So last week I have explained that if someone becomes Sotapanna, he will realize the nature of phenomena as impermanence, as a suffering, as a non-self, right? So they will, Sotapanna will understand the nature of all the phenomena. So actually these, the Buddha already explained that all conditioned phenomena are impermanent. So therefore, suffering. Therefore, non-self. So the Buddha taught this Dhamma. Before we become Sotapanna, we may have doubt about this, right? Even though we are knowledgeable in Buddhism, our mind is deluded with the ignorance. Most of the time, we don't have the wisdom. We forget about the nature of impermanence, right? So therefore, we have a lot of suffering in our life. So if someone becomes Sotapanna, he himself realize the nature of impermanence. So therefore, there's no doubt about the Dhamma. The Dhamma. So therefore, he has unwavering confidence in the Dhamma. And third one, possessing an unwavering confidence in the Sangha. That's the Sangha of the Blessed One is well disciplined, well practiced, right? Like this, right? So we have a 9 qualities of the Sangha. So here, so we can simply understand that normally we have a lot of doubt, a lot of we have a lot of doubt that even few months ago, 2 months ago, one of my students from this class asked me, is there any Buddhist saints in the world? We have a lot of doubt, right? Because we do not understand. If we become Sotapanna, so we ourselves become one of them. There's no doubt about that, right? There's no doubt about Sangha. Now we have a lot of doubt that is there any Sotapanna in the world? Is there any Arahant in the world? Like this, a lot of doubt, right? Because we are not Sotapanna. If you become Sotapanna, you yourself become one of them, right? So therefore, no doubt about Sangha. Sangha is not normal Sangha, right? Here, the Sangha is 8 persons, right? Sotapanna, the one who is on the way to Sotapanna. And second, Sotapanna, right? And third one, the way to Sakadagami. And fourth one, Sakadagami, like this. So we have 8 types of Sangha. So if you become one of them, so you will not have any doubt about Sangha, right? So for those who become Sotapanna, therefore we always say that he doesn't have any doubt about triple gems, right? Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So among them, among these three, so what do you think? Which one is more important? Which one is more important? Second, Dhamma, of course. The Dhamma is very important one. So if you understand the Dhamma, you know the Buddha. But you have a strong belief in the Sangha as well, right? Sangha as well. Most importantly, number 4, possessing the moral virtue dear to the noble ones, unbroken, flawless, unblemished. So this is very important. So therefore we always say that if someone becomes Sotapanna, he do not break any one of 5 precepts. He will not kill any sentient beings. He will not steal. He will not commit sexual misconduct. He will not drink. He will not tell lie, right? Tell lie like this. So he will not break any one of 5 precepts. It is how to say, the praise by the noble ones, the wise people. So these moral virtues are dear to the noble ones, right? So therefore, and then the very beautiful story about Kochodra. Have you ever heard of the name of Kochodra? She is a slave in the palace. Actually, she is declared as a role model for the female, how to say, not female. She is declared as a role model for female devotees. The story is like this. She was a servant at the palace in Kosambi. You know the Samawati? Samawati, she is a queen to the king, right? She is a queen. So Kochodra have to buy the flowers. So she is given $8 a day. So she have to buy flowers every day and give it to the queen, right? But normally she steals $4. She bought flower with only $4, right? So she always steals $4. So one time, the Buddha was preaching the Dhamma at the flower shop where she usually buys. So she listened to the Dhamma. After listening to the Dhamma, she became Sotapanna. So on that day, no more stealing. She used all the money to buy flowers. So on that day, a lot of flower, right? So the queen Samawati asked, why today so many flowers? No more, no telling lie here. No stealing, no telling lie. And she reported all the things. So in previous days, I usually steal $4. This is the life of Sotapanna, right? Actually, she is not afraid whether she will be punished or she will be killed. No afraid at all, right? So she will not break any one of 5 precepts. So we have a lot of story about this, right? So these are 4 factors of Sotapanna. If someone becomes Sotapanna and he or she doesn't have any doubt about triple gems, and also she will have a moral virtue dear to the noble ones. Not only 5 precepts, of course, other things as well, right? So actually we have a do's and don'ts, right? So these are 5 precepts are don'ts. So we also have a lot of do things, right? Duties and responsibility. So these are 5 factors of Sotapanna. Now, how to become Sotapanna? This is a very important part, right? To become Sotapanna. So we need 4 factors as well. So this one also from Samyutta Nikaya, the same chapter. Actually, Samyutta Nikaya chapter 55 is Sotapatti Sanyota. So all the things about Sotapanna. So if you want to know about Sotapanna, you can go and read chapter 55. So in that Samyutta Nikaya, the Buddha gave a simile, a beautiful simile about Sotapanna, right? So the Buddha said that the water current in the Ganges river will go to ocean, right? Just like that. So if you are practicing the Noble Eightfold Path, one day will attain Nibbana like this. So you can go and read Samyutta Nikaya. So we have 4 factors for attaining street entry. Number 1, associating with the wise. So you have to associate with the wise. So how to define the wise people? Actually, so we have one sutta in Majjhima Nikaya. It's called Bala Panida. Bala means foolish people. Panida means the wise people. So in that sutta, the Buddha defined the foolish people and the wise people based on very simple definition. Very simple definition. As you know, we have a 10 causes of unwholesome deed, right? Bodily, we have 5 unwholesome deed: killing, stealing, and committing sexual misconduct, right? Verbally, we have 4 unwholesome deed: telling lie, what is it? Harsh speech, slandering, and frivolous speeches. So we have 4 unwholesome. Verbally, we have 4 unwholesome causes of speech, right? Then we have 3 mende unwholesome actions. So if someone is doing 10 causes of unwholesome deed, you are foolish people. You are foolish. If you are not doing those unwholesome actions, you are the wise. So therefore, definition of the Buddha is very clear. So it doesn't depend on the person. Even a monk, if a monk is doing 10 causes of unwholesome deed, foolish, right? So a very simple one. So when you want to become Sotapanna, you have to associate with people who are refraining from, who are doing 10 causes of wholesome deed, right? 10 causes of wholesome deed. So this is associating with the wise. So therefore, it is very important the one you associate with. So if you are associating with people who always come to temple, you will come to temple, right? If you are associating with someone who is going to nightclub, you will likely to go with them. So therefore, associating with the wise is very important. Not associating with the monk, right? Associating with the man who is doing good deed. Of course, is it the wise? So associating with the man who is not doing good deed. No, you are not associating with the wise. So therefore, it doesn't depend on the person. It depends on the people, the action, right? Action. Number 2, hearing the true Dhamma. Hearing the true Dhamma. So actually, you always come to temple once a week or twice a week. Some people come the whole week. Hearing the Dhamma, right? Actually, this is one of the factors to become Sotapanna. You're reading the book, not only actually not hearing with the eye, right? With the ear. Normally in ancient time, at the time of the Buddha, people have to learn something by hearing, right? No written record. So therefore, hearing the true Dhamma means not only hearing with your eye, but also reading as well, right? So you have to read the true Dhamma. It must be true one, not wrong one, right? Hearing the true Dhamma. Here, I think hearing the true Dhamma means, I think, the Noble Eightfold Path, right? Simply the Noble Eightfold Path. And that one, careful attention, yoniso manasikara. So while you are listening to the Dhamma, so while you are reading the book, you have careful attention with the mindfulness. Not only, actually this is a combination of mindfulness and wisdom. Sometimes even though you're mindful, you may not use your inside wisdom, right? Wisdom. So therefore, when you are listening to the Dhamma, when you are reading the book, you must have a careful attention. Sometimes it is translated as a wise attention or proper attention. Normally, we understand as a proper attention. So this is a very important one. So in the mind process, so we have a determining, right? Determining. When you see something, there is a unconsciousness, right? The unconsciousness. Then you receive it. Then you investigate it. Then after investigating, you determine. That is very important. Careful attention or careless attention. It can be both, right? It can be both. So if you may have careless attention or careful attention, the determination is very important. So based on your determination, jhāvana can be both. If your determination is careful with the careful attention, that will be hosan jhāvana. If it is careless attention, that will be unhosan jhāvana, right? So this is very important. So wherever you hear the Dhamma, wherever you read the book, so you must have wise attention or proper attention, right? Then the last one, the last not least, practicing in accordance with the Dhamma. So you are associating with the wise people. You always come to the temple and hear the Dhamma, learn the Dhamma, and read the Dhamma. And you also have careful attention. But you are not practicing. You cannot become sort of. This is the most important one. So you have to practice as you have heard, as you have learned, right? That's the most important part. So without practice, we cannot become sort of. So these are 4 factors to attain spiritual entry. In Satipatthana Sutta, the Buddha has already promised that if you really practice, if you practice in according with the Dhamma, you can become Sotapanna within 7 days, right? You can even become Arahant within 7 days, like this. I will explain. Without or with the jhana, it can be both, right? It can be both. So I don't know whether we will read there, so I will touch on that, right? Any question? Any question regarding with the Sotapanna? If so, let's go to the next one. Once Ratana, Sakadagami. Sakadagami. Once Ratana. So this Sakadagami can be divided into 2 words, Saka and Agami. Saka means once. Agami means returner or the one who come back. It is so called because once returner will come back to the sense sphere realms, kama vajra, right? Kama vajra, sense sphere realms. At most once more. So thereafter he will become arhat. He will attain arhatship. So here we come back to the sense sphere realms. So there is two definitions. So we come back to the human realm. There's another definition, right? Human realm. So according to them, so you become Sotapanna in this realm, right? Sorry, you become Sakadagami in human realm. And after that, you go to celestial realm, Devaloka, right? Devaloka. Then you will come back to human realm again. That's another definition. But I think that the most how to say, the best, I think the best interpretation should be the sense sphere realms. Because when you learn about which defilements he eradicates, this is very important one. So as you know, if someone becomes Sakadagami, he doesn't remove any defilements or any factors. He just attenuates the grosser form of sensual desire, Kamaraga, and Ewe, Vyapara, and delusion, Moha. So as you know, if someone becomes Sakadagami, he has less attachment to the he has less sensual desire, he has less ewe and less ignorance or moha. So therefore, he has less attachment to the sense sphere realms. So we have to equate with the defilement that they eradicate or attenuate, right? Here, as a Sakadagami, he doesn't remove any defilements or factors. He just attenuates the grosser form of sensual desire, ewe, and delusion. So therefore, he has less attachment to the sense sphere realms. So therefore, he will come back only one time, right? Only one time. So instead of either way you can accept it, right? So I think the best way should be even in Abhidhamma we are learning Kama Vajra Cheta, right? Sense sphere consciousness. So there's no how to say division whether it is a human realm or celestial realm here, right? So therefore, so when we learn consciousness, Abhidhamma said only Kama Vajra Cheta, sense sphere consciousness, right? So therefore, and then once Retanami, he will return to the sense sphere realms only one time. Then after that, he might go to Brahmaloka, Brahma realm, right? Brahma realm. So I hope that many of you have learned 31 planes of existence, right? So we have 11 sense sphere realms. So out of 11, so Sotapanna, he doesn't go to 4 woeful planes. So we have only 7 human realm and 6 heavenly realms, right? So Sakadagami, Sotapanna might come back to sense sphere realms. 7 sense sphere realms, only 7 times, at most 7 times, not more than that, right? So when you become Sakadagami, you will come back to sense sphere realms. Sense sphere realm is only 7, right? Human realms and 6 heavenly realms. So only one time. Therefore, it is called Sakadagami. Maybe I think if you know, before I have explained this one, the difference between Sotapanna and Sakadagami, right? So if you just learn this one, you may not understand. So the difference is Sotapanna just remove only 3 types, right? Talked about triple genes. Number 1. Number 2, he doesn't have any attachment to rising rituals, right? Number 3, wrong view. Wrong view. Only 3 things, right? 3 things. So he still have such, how to say, not stronger level of sensual desire or stronger level of ewing, but he still have it, right? Still have it. But if someone becomes Sakadagami, he trying to weaken those sensual desire and ewing, and he has less delusion, right? We have 3 types of illusion. One type of the illusion is a wrong illusion. Illusion, right? Illusion. So within that, our life is permanent. Within that, our mind is permanent, right? And it is a happiness like this, right? So we have illusion about view, right? So therefore, Sotapanna remove that wrong illusion. He see 5 aggregate as a impermanence, as a suffering, as a non-self, right? But just understand, he cannot follow. He cannot follow exactly. But when somebody becomes Sakadagami, he remove another illusion. It is called Sanya. Sanya Vipassana, illusion of perception. So we have perception that our body is beautiful and attractive. The body of other people is beautiful and attractive. So the Sotapanna still have that illusion. But actually, all the body, all the 5 aggregate, not attractive, not beautiful. Actually, we have perception, illusion of perception. So therefore, we see our body, we see the body of other people as a beautiful. Okay.
When you say this, does it become our thoughts is all negative? This one not beautiful, that one not nice, this one not good. We have to think that way. Or, sorry, yes, I'm done.
Oh yes, okay, go ahead.
So I just think, what should we think? Because everything is not beautiful. So this is detachment form? Or we got better way?
Don't forget that we are learning supramundane consciousness. Supramundane consciousness is higher than mundane consciousness, right? So we are living in the mundane world. So our perception, our opinions are always connected with the mundane ones, right? So therefore, do not forget that we are learning supramundane consciousness. Higher teaching, right? Higher teaching. So actually, I always said that we have to look at different level, right? Different level. So when we are learning the 12 unwholesome consciousness, it's very busy, right? Then after that, 18 rootless consciousness. And 24, especially 24 sense-sphere beautiful consciousness. Actually, normally we are living with the 24 or 12 and whole sign. Why either we are doing good things or bad things. So that is a how to say, the mundane level, right? Mundane level. So now we are learning the supra-mundane level. Don't forget that, right? Don't forget. So therefore, what I want to say is the difference between Sotapanna and Sakadagami, right? So normally we are, of course, we see our body, we see everybody, beautiful. So therefore, we have attachment, right? Because of attachment, we have a lot of suffering. Believe it or not, right? We have a lot of suffering. That is according to higher level. That is truth, right? But you increase when you become Sakadagami, your concentration is higher. It's not the same concentration with the Sotapanna. So therefore, he can see the real nature of his body. Real nature of his body. The real nature of body of other people. Therefore, less attachment. Continue. No more of this body, the body of the being. Not only the body, but also everything. Higher, getting higher. So that is different between Sotapanna and Sakadagami, right? But Palikana were mentioned only briefly. So Sakadagami were were attenuate or weaken the gruesome form of sensual desire, away and delusion, right? Away and delusion. Any question?
Sokha is one. Agami or Dagami is eternal.
Agami.
Why
Agami.
have the D when joined?
Sorry?
Why when Sakadagami when joined with the D?
Oh, this is grammatically, right? So we have to you have to remove da, right? It became a. Grammatically, Saka Agami. So this is Sakadagami. Another one, Nun Reptana, Nagami. Nagami. Nagami can divide into two, Na and Agami. Na means not or none. So Agami means return. You will not return to the sense sphere realm. If you become Nagami, if you die, if you are not able to attain a relationship in this life, you will go to Brahma realm. So you will not come back to sense sphere realm. So the reason, we can learn the reason why. It is so called because non-returner will not come back to the sense sphere realms. Not only human realm, but also 6 heavenly realms, right? Since he has already eradicated an attachment to sensory desires, there's no attachment to sensory desires. Let's say Sotapanna, he still have sensual desire. Sakadagami, his sensual desire, his away became lesser and lesser. But if someone became Anagami, no more sensual desire, no more away, right? So therefore, I think that I always say that when you are very young, when you are a child, you go to primary school, right? But when you attend secondary school, you don't want to go back because you don't have any desire going back to primary school, right? But when you are attending university, you don't want to go back to secondary. Just like that. So Anagami doesn't have any desire to enjoy sensual desire, sensory desire. So therefore, he will not come back to the sense sphere realms. If he cannot attain arrangeship in this very life, he will have a rebirth in the Brahma realms. As you know, we have 20 Brahma realms, right? 20 Brahma realms. 65 material realms and 4 immaterial realms, right? He will go to the Brahma realms because he doesn't have any desire to enjoy with his senses. He will not find enjoyment with the eye, ear, nose, tongue, the body, right? So therefore, in the Brahma realm, there's no food. They are not eating any food because no desire, right? No desire. So they have only 2 eye and ear. They only eye and ear are functioning, so the rest are not functioning. Even though their body, they don't have any touch, any feeling about touch. Even though they have a mouth, no eating any food, right? Because no desire. Very powerful. Mind is very, very peculiar and also very interesting, right? Interesting. Nunratana removed 2 factors. Number 1, sensory desire, kamaraga. Sometimes we normally translate as a sensual desire, right? The same thing. Sensory desire, kamaraga. And ewe, yapara. So even here, some people, they enjoy to meditate, right? They are not watching any TV, they are not listening music, they are not interested in food. They just want to meditate because they have less sensory desire, right? That is even in our environment is quite clear, right? So you may have some people who always want to meditate, right? Such people will not find any enjoyment with the senses, right? Senses, because they have less sensory desire, right? Let's say nunratana, so sensory desire. Another one is iwi, yapada. So there's no sensory desire and iwi. It permanently uproots chaitas rooted in hatred. So as you know, we have a lobha, dosa, moha, 3 roots of unwholesome deed. So man, then if you become anagami, then you don't have any consciousness rooted in hatred. No hatred at all, whatsoever, right? But he still have some type of greed or some type of consciousness rooted in lobha, right? Rooted in lobha. But he permanently removed sensory desire of lobha that are connected with the senses. Since that means he doesn't have any lobha, something that can see, that can hear, right? That can eat, that can touch, that can smell like this, right? No sensory desire. But he still have lobha regarding with the jhana, right? Actually, why he or she is meditating, she has meditative bliss, attachment to that, right? Attachment to that. So therefore, I always say that if you want to become, whether someone is anagami or not, and then you test whether he or she still have anger, hatred, right? Hatred. If you find ill or hatred, no anagami, right? No ratana. So here, now up to now, we have our 3 factors. As you know, Sotapanna will eradicate 3 factors. So the doubt and wrong view and attachment to rites and rituals, right? 3 factors. So Sakadagami, once Ratana will not eradicate any type of factors, but he just weaken them, right? He just insinuate them. Another 2 factors, sensory desire and iwi, are removed by non-Ratana. So 3 factors and 2 factors. These 5 are called Orambhagiya Sanyojana. Sanyojana means factors. So that bind you, that tie you, not to run away, right? Not to run away. So we have a lot of wrong view. So we are tied with the wrong view. We have a lot of doubt about triple genes, right? So therefore they are called factors. So Orambhagiya Sanyojana, that means factors which can reject a rebirth in a lower existence. Here, lower existence means we have 11 sense sphere realms. 11 sense sphere realms. So if you remove 3 factors, wrong view, doubt, and attachment to rites and rituals, and you become Sotapanna, right? If you become Sotapanna, so you will go to only 7 sense sphere realms, human realms and 6 heavenly realms, right? But if you become Sakadagami, and you will come back to sense sphere realm only 1 time, then either you attain Arahatanship or you go to Brahma realm, right? But if you become Anagami, you escape from 11 sense sphere realms because you don't have Orambhagiya Sanyojana, 5 factors that can reject a rebirth in the lower existence, right? Because Anagami, non-Ratana do not have any 5 factors. So therefore, we're not rebirth in the lower realms. Here, lower realm is sense sphere, 11 sense sphere realms, right? Any question? Okay.
How about the feelings? So, for the non-Vipassana, they do not experience any more pleasant and unpleasant feelings?
Feeling can be experienced, even the Buddha, because if you have mind, right, you have feeling, whether it is pleasant or unpleasant. Even the Buddha, so when he is endured, you know, the Devadatta, right? He throw a very big stone. So when a small pieces of stone split and it hurt, the Buddha let. It's unpleasant feeling, right? Even the Buddha. But because of that unpleasant feeling, the Buddha have any ill will or any hatred. Just bodily feeling, right? Just bodily feeling. But for normal people, it's very hard you. Unpleasant feeling, bodily, and also mentally, right? There's a difference between Arahant and normal people. So here, regarding with the feeling, so even Arahant, the Buddha, they still have a feeling. But just pleasant or unpleasant feeling. No defilement follows, right? No defilements follow. But with the Anagami and Arahant, so they can how to say that, they can try to attain one type of meditation. So that is called Nidora Samapatti. Nidora means cessation. Samapatti means attainment. So when you attain that meditated attainment, there's no feeling. Not even mind. There's no mind at all. By that time, feeling, perception, mind, totally stop. Right? Totally stop. Because we are used to it. We are used to with the feeling. So therefore, we cannot imagine what type of experience that is. Right? So that is called Nidora Samapatti. So actually in Pali Canon it's always mentioned Vedana Nidora, Vedana Senya Nidora. In the Sutta, and then it's always mentioned like this. So only that time, so there's no feeling at all, right? So regarding with the feeling, I will repeat Nibbana and feeling, right? So Venerable Sariputta said that Nibbana is blissful. How happiness Nibbana is, right? That Udai is actually in Buddhism is a proper maker. Udai said that. Bhante, you always said that Nibbana, there's no feeling. How you can experience happiness or bliss? And Venerable Sariputta said that there is no feeling in Nibbana, therefore blissful. Therefore enjoyable, right? So actually we cannot imagine, right? Normal mind, we cannot imagine, right? Question?
People make us angry, we still angry. Even we are happy, but easily get angry also.
Because of the 5 months.
Yeah.
So if you become an Anagami, no angry at all.
But then you got method to, okay, remember someone angry with you, don't angry. Any method?
I will explain the method to reduce or to abandon ill will or hatred later in the second chapter, right? Second chapter. Okay, so this is a non-returner. If you want to know about non-returner, this is the best story I did. Story of Nandamata. Nandamata is declared by the Buddha as a role model for female lay devotees. I'm not quite sure. Kojotra is a bhikkhuni, not bhikkhuni, right? Oh, two ladies. The Buddha said that a role model. One is Kojotra, the one I said. Another one is Nandamata. These are two ladies that we have to follow. We have to follow their footsteps, right? Their footsteps. As a monk, we have two role models, Venerable Sariputta and Venerable Moggallana. So as a nun, we have two role models, and Oplavana, another one, Kema, right? Kema. So as a lay male devotees, you have two gentlemen. Who are they? Huh? No, Anatapindika. Anatapindika, nothing. Anatapindika is Citta. Citta is the speaker, Dhamma speaker. So he is well knowledgeable in Dhamma, and he gives a Dhamma talk very often. Even he teaches the monks. So another one is called Hatalavaka. The one Alavaka offered to the Buddha, the young baby, right? The young baby, so Alavaka offered to the Buddha. So there are many reasons. There are some reasons the Buddha declared as a role model. So Nandamata is declared as a role model because of 7 reasons, right? Because of 7 reasons. The amazing story about Anagami. Number 1, she can converse directly with powerful and influential great Deva, King Vasavana. So we have 4 powerful kings who are residing in the lowest heavenly realms. So actually, Vasavana is very, good at speaking. So when they go to the Buddha, he always talk to the Buddha on behalf of 4 great kings, right? So actually, one business, Deva King Vasavana is passing Vilukanaki, the small town. So by that time, Nanda Mata is chanting Parayana Sutta. Parayana Sutta is very famous from Sotanepada. So she was chanting very difficult verses. So she was chanting. So the Deva King Vasavana hear the sermon, so chanting, and stop for a while and listen. Then after chanting, he say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And he told that tomorrow their Venerable Sariputta and other monks will come to your town and offer the food to them and share the merit to me. And he said that. So this is one of the amazing quality of Nanda Mata, right? Nanda Mata. Another one, her mind is not perturbed with anger, even by seeing the plight of her son being killed by rulers. Actually, her son Nanda is killed by the government officer with the very no reason. So actually, she sees that one, but she cannot prevent. She don't have any anger. Because of what? She is a Nagami. Nagami doesn't have any anger, right? So actually, the government officer, they maybe because of misfortune or unlucky reason, so he was killed, right? So even by seeing her son, her only son, no anger at all, right? Another one, her mind is not perturbed with the grief, even by seeing the plight of her late husband, appearing himself as a yakka. Yakka means spirit or ogre, ugly spirit, right? Ugly spirit. So after her husband died, he was born as a yakka. But she see him, but no fear. Her mind is not perturbed because she has a stable mind as a Nagami, right? As a Nagami. So this one also is talking about anger, right? Talking about hatred. So as a Nagami, there's no hatred, right? There's no hatred. Another one, she never transgressed against her husband, even in thought, much less by deed. Maybe this one, even before she became a Nagami, she may have that one. No transgression against her husband, right? Even in thought. Number 5, since she declared herself as a lay follower, she has never transgressed any training rule intentionally. Since she became the follower of the Buddha, no breaking the rules, right? No breaking the sila. This is also another quality of the Buddha, Nanda Mata. She is able to dwell in 4 jhanas for as much as she wants. She can meditate. She attains 4 jhanas. And number 7, she has abandoned the 5 lower factors, which can result in rebirth in a lower existence. This talk about Nagami. She is a Nagami, right? So actually, she has those 7 amazing qualities So therefore the Buddha said that if you are a female follower in Buddhism, she is a role model. Follow her footsteps. Right? Have to follow. So this is idea. This is the life of Anagami. No returner. No anger at all. Right? No anger at all. Then the last one is arahantship or arahant, right? The word arahant is defined in many ways. Actually, Visuddhimagga mentioned 5 or 6 ways. But the most popular one, number 1, arahant means the one who utterly remote, far away from all the defilements. So if someone becomes arahant, no defilements at all, far from defilements, right? Stay far from defilements. So this is the one definition of arahant. Another one, arahant means the one who is worthy of the best offerings and worthy to be honored by God's command. Right? So this is the 2 popular definition of arahant. So arahant means 2 reasons. So the far away from defilements. Another one is worthy of the best offering. The worthy of to be honored by the God's command. Right? 2 reasons. The path consciousness of arahantship, Arahata Magga, totally eradicates the 5 subtle factors. So as you know, we have 10 factors. So Anagami already removed lower factors, 5 lower factors, right? So that can reset to lower existence. So here, let's say arahant, he removed 5 subtle factors. So number 1, desire for 5 materials. Here, desire for 5 material means, so let's say Anagami, he or she has attachment to the 5 material jhana. So as you know, if you attain 5 material jhanas, it is more blissful than, more enjoyable than sensual desire, right? Attachment to that. Also, he or she has attachment to so that is a, of course, this is a be either by material or immaterials. If we talk about 4 jhanas, that is about five materials, right? Another one is conceit. Here, conceit is actually literal meaning is a comparison. He is an army, and he did that. I can see 1,000 kappa, 1,000 kappa, 1,000 how to say the world system. Then I have a very deep concentration. So therefore, if I practice further, I will become arahant easily. I will become arahant easily. It's very tiny, right? It is mana, conceit. Actually, if we translate conceit, it's not accurate. It is the notion of I am. The notion of I am. I am able to attain, able to see 1,000 the world system, right? That have already disappeared. So in this world system, I became such a mind like this. And you can see all the things. And he did that. So I became arahant very easily. But when he really practiced Vipassana meditation, so therefore, we always keep this slowly. 31 planes of existence. You have to wait up to 4th chapter. Not a 4th, 5th chapter. Have a wise attention. Then the most important thing is we have to practice in accordance with the Dhamma, right? So if we how to say fulfill those 4 factors, I think we can be. After that, after you came out from jhana, we come again. only you become arahant, totally destroyed, right? 3 levels, right? Of course, when we are attending puja, when we are learning the Dhamma, so we are, how to say, the removing temporarily, right? Temporarily. Any question? Consciousness rooted in greed, consciousness rooted in hatred, consciousness rooted in delusion. There's no functional consciousness, right? But the rest of the Citta, in the we have 80 rootless consciousness, and then we have 3 functional consciousness. So and the 24 sincere, beautiful consciousness, we have 8 functional consciousness. And the 55 material consciousness, so we have 5 functional consciousness. And the prayer, immaterial jhana status, 4 functional consciousness. But here, we have only 8 supramundane consciousness. 4 magga and 4 phala. 4 magga are considered as a wholesome, kusala. 4 phala are considered as a resident, right? Resident. There's no consciousness. I think that if you read the book, it's not easy to understand, but if you read the book written by Usilananda, you have a clear understanding, right? But this book is very, how to say, little bit difficult to understand in this part, right? So therefore, at the end of I give explanation of the moment he is doing, the state of mind at that time is called functional consciousness. If he is arahant, normal people, it is called wholesome consciousness, kusala citta, right? So this, but first of all, we must understand that functional consciousness, any type of unwholesome consciousness does not arise in arahant. Therefore, no functional consciousness of kusala citta. Quite clear. Therefore, if arahant performs wholesome actions, as I said in the preaching Dhamma, doing his responsibility and everything, right? So the state of mind is called functional consciousness. As far as mundane cittas are concerned. Mundane citta means including jhanas, right? 5 material jhanas, immaterial jhana. The moment he is experiencing jhanas, it is called functional consciousness. Functional consciousness, right? Magga cittas are counted as a kusala cittas, wholesome consciousness in Abhidhamma. Each part consciousness arises only one time, and eradicate their respective factors or defilements once and for all. Sotapatti Maggachaita will eradicate wrong view, doubt, and attachment to rites and rituals once and for all. Sakadagami just attenuate. Anagami, another two factors: sensual desire and away. Arahata Maggachaita eradicate all the defilements or all the factors, right? Only one time. The Maggachaita arises only one time. Eradicate all the defilements once and for all, right? So Arahata Maggachaita arose one more time. Supramundane functional consciousness will arise in the mind soul. But now, Arahata Maggachaita arises only one time. There's no more duty, no more, nothing to be done, right? So Jali Pali Khana only mentioned that Katang Karaniya, thing that should be done is done. So nothing to be done. So therefore, there is no more Arahata Maggachaita. So as you know, the Maggachaita is counted as a kusala, wholesome, right? So in the mundane consciousness, if Arahant do wholesome things, it's called functional consciousness. If the Maggachaita, which is considered as a kusala, arose one more time, then there will be a supramundane functional consciousness. So the thing is, Maggachaita arises only one time. So therefore, there's no possibility to arise functional consciousness. You got the point? Suppose Arahant meditate, attain jhana, right? So those jhana consciousness are called functional consciousness because it is mundane one, right? Mundane one. But Arahant, he already practiced Arahata Maggachaita. But if Arahata Maggachaita is kusala, right? Wholesome, equal to wholesome consciousness. If Arahata Maggachaita arose again, one more time, so that state of mind will be functioning, right? Functioning. But here, Maggachaita cannot arise second time. Arise only one more time, right? So therefore, there is no way to have functional consciousness. Let's to the point. So therefore, the commentary literature always said that Maggachaitas are just like a nuclear bomb. So if we use nuclear bomb, totally destroy, right? Totally destroy. No more, once and for all, like this, right? So therefore, there is no way that Arahata Maggachaita will arise again. No way. So therefore, no functional consciousness at all. So therefore, in the supramundane consciousness, we have only 8, right? There's no functional consciousness. That's a very important one. So if you want to know how to call Abhidhamma study, all you want. No question to go. We still have 15 minutes. So here, I think since you are not taking exam, I think we don't need to learn in detail, right? We don't need to digest too much. So anyway, I think there are some people who are taking 1B exam. I think that is good for them, right? It is good for them. So we have to learning those diagrams, please be patient, right? So here, page number 70. So you can go to page number 70. I think you will not see. People at the behind cannot see. Page number 70. Table, chapter 1, table number 9, right? The 89 chapters by play. As you know, we have already finished 89 consciousness, right? 89 consciousness. So Abhidhamma is a study of the mind. So therefore, I always said that Abhidhamma is nothing but we study about the mind in Buddhist, according to Buddhism, right? According to Buddhism. So we have 89 type of the consciousness. So these are by playing Bhumi. So we have a Dhamma Bhumi, sense sphere. So we have a 54 sense sphere consciousness. So we have 54 sense sphere consciousness. So these are number 1, Ahosan 12, Ahosan consciousness, 80, neutral consciousness, 24, beautiful consciousness. Altogether 54. So another one is 55 material sphere. 55 material spheres. So we have here, we have a Hosan consciousness, resident consciousness, and functional consciousness. Another one is 12 immaterial sphere consciousness. This one also Hosan, resident, and consciousness, right? Another one is supramundane, 8 supramundane consciousness. In terms of playing, we have 4 sense sphere consciousness, 5 material sphere consciousness, immaterial sphere consciousness, and supramundane consciousness. Here, I forgot to take my note. Very important. We have 11 sense sphere realms, right? 11 sense sphere realms. So we have 65 material realms. We have 4 immaterial realms. Where is supramundane? We always said that there's no realms in Nibbana, right? Why here we're using as a realms, Bhumi? Different way. So we have a 2 type of enumerating system or counting system. Thana Bhumi. Thana means the place, right? The place. So we have 11 sense sphere realms. So we have 4 woeful places, right? In terms of place, we have this one. And we have 65 material realms. So they also have their own place. So we have 4 immaterial realms. So they also have their own place. But Nibbana, no place. So we don't have to count Nibbana and 8 supramundane consciousness as a place, Thana Bhumi. Maybe I will write my note later. I forgot this one. Very important one. But we have another counting system that is called Avata in Pali. So that is in 54 sense sphere consciousness. So we have craving for sense sphere, right? Sensory craving. And in the 5 material sphere realms, we have craving for it. We call it Rupa Jhana, right? Craving for 5 material jhana or 5 material realms. Then we have a craving for jhana and also craving craving for immaterial spheres. There's no any craving. No craving for sensory side. This sphere. No craving for immaterial jhanas and immaterial. So actually we use these four, sense sphere. In the mundane sphere consciousness, we have a craving, right? Different type of craving. But in supra-mundane consciousness, no craving. Having craving and not having craving. This is another way of counting system. It is called outer bhumi, right? So therefore, no place. Oh yeah. Actually, up to now, I don't have no answer for this. So sorry, because it's as you know, we have in 24 beautiful consciousness, we have a resident consciousness, right? And the rest, we have a resident. But akusala, no. I think not exact answer, but I think that by looking at root-like consciousness, among the 18 root-like consciousness, right? And we have Anhosan resident consciousness, 7 Anhosan resident consciousness. Because of that, so, regarding with Anhosan consciousness, we have only one type of resident consciousness. So when you're doing Anhosan things, then you will see Anhosan things, right? You will hear Anhosan sounds like this. But regarding with the Hosan things, you have two types of resident consciousness. One is if you do number one type of Hosan things, you will have the number one type of resident consciousness. You know, equal, how do you say, similar resident. But we also have another one, not similar one. So that is a resident, Hosan resident consciousness from 18 type of consciousness to resident. So regarding with the chairman question, I think even now no exact answer. Because as you know, sometimes Abhidhamma is very difficult. So very difficult. Some questions and then no answer. Sometimes Abhidhamma make it general. Abhidhamma make it general. So not like a Sutta Pitaka. Sutta Pitaka will taught to the Buddha. In Sutta Pitaka, you will find that the teachings are designed to suit the individual the listener, right? Abhidhamma is in general. So therefore, to compare Sutta and Abhidhamma, very honestly, I like that simile. So the Abhidhamma is just like a throwing stone among the people. The unlucky one will hit. Sutta is not like that. Throwing the stone to the one person, exactly. Very accurate. So Abhidhamma is sometimes not accurate. I will say that. It's like throwing the stone among the crowd, right? Any question? One more.